to my sons and daughters. After the puja holidays, we are going to a new topic today, climate and natural vegetation of India, Unit 2 in Geography, page number 144. The first lesson may be presented by Sumitra and Bhargavi ma'am. Today is the second lesson. Topic name is Climate and Natural Vegetation of India. We are moving to the learning objectives to describe the factors controlling the climate of India, maybe latitude, altitude, distance from sea, and monsoon winds, relief, jet streams. These some of the things or factors affecting the climate of India. Before going to the topic, what is climate? What is the other name for word for climate? Already the previous classes in geography, your ma'am have been taught weather. The other name for climate is weather, or it's also called as an winner, W-I-N-N-E-R, winner. What is climate? The normal weather condition of a particular region. Now in Sriperumdur, the time is 4:10 p.m. See, it's a moderate type of climate is being seen. The sun is playing the hide and seek. In some other region, it may be severe hot. In some other region, it may be gloomy and drizzle or rain. It may be pouring on. This is the climate. Weather may be changed to one region to the another region. The normal weather condition of particular region is called climate. India is a home and extraordinary variety of climate regions, ranging from the tropical in the south. What do you mean by tropical? That means hot region is called, hot climate is called tropical. And about the alpine to the comparative and alpine in the Himalayas, north, where it may be the some cool condition. When the tropical is there in the North India, it may be alpine in the Himalayas, north, where elevated regions received sustained winter snowfall. The nation's climate is strangely influenced by the Himalayas and the Thar Desert. Now we move on to the next line in the learning objectives. To understand the characteristics of different seasons in India, you better know India is having, by the meteorological department, India is having only 4 seasons. But around the world, India is also having 6 different type of seasons. But here, the meteorological department is maintaining only the 4 seasons in India. To know about the rainfall distributions in India, rainfall distributions in India. The early prescription averages over the whole earth is about 100 centimeter. That means 39 inches. But this is the distribution very unevenly. In not throughout the India at the same time, the rainfall distribution is made. As well as the southwest monsoon prevails. It may be in the western Ghats alone we can know for the rain. In the northeast monsoon, the coastal plains in the northeast may be getting rain. Not it being unevenly distributed the rain. In the equatorial region, the highest rainfall is found. What do you mean by equatorial region? The places near the equator gets the highest rainfall. That also lowland area between the two mountains we can take a valley is there, that especially the places near the equator, lowland area experience more rain. The distribution of rainfall is uneven in India because the Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon, which are moisture laden winds, causes very rainfall when they strike the western Ghats. And the Manswaram gets more rainfall in India, in the Manswaram in the near to the Assam. Meghalaya is the place where Manswaram is situated. More rainfall in a year, 1,100 centimeters of rain is being distributed there due to the southwest monsoon, due to the Bay of Bengal branch of the southwest monsoon. Next topic, to know about rainfall distribution as seen, to study the different type of natural vegetation and wildlife in India. Natural vegetation and wildlife in India. Natural vegetation, tropical evergreen forest, deciduous forest, monsoon type of forest, or forest with shrub thorn forest, semi-desert, desert vegetation, tidal, or mangrove forest, or mountain forest. This are where the different types of trees and plants have been grown. Vegetation means trees and plants. Natural vegetation. What do you mean by natural vegetation? Also is another name. Natural vegetation is also having another name, virgin vegetation. VARGIN, virgin vegetation. What do you mean by natural vegetation? A plant community which has grown naturally, which have been grown, not the human won't go and plant their plants there. It have been grown naturally. The humans never interfere or the humans never used to disturb the natural vegetation, the plants which grew on. But the virgin vegetation is not, or natural vegetation is not for all the plant. Only a few plants community which has grown naturally without a human's aid. No water, no uprooting the grasses or for irrigation of water, nothing. It grows naturally that for a long period. The humans also never used to disturb that by humans for a long time, also called virgin vegetation. This kind of a forest only, where this natural vegetation, the type of forest I have say above I have said, tropical evergreen, deciduous forest, monsoon type of forest, or forest shrub and thorn forest, semi-desert, desert vegetation, tidal or mangrove forest, or mountain forest. These are the areas where you can see the natural vegetation or virgin vegetation, where the plants grow naturally without the human help, or the human also never used to disturb that for a long period. And it also income for the government of India, or even in your village. Some places belong to the panchayat. Some trees like teak wood, rosewood, black rosewood, there will be some woods will be seen. That are tamarind also, tamarind trees also being seen there. They turned all the for the growth of the income of the panchayat to develop the village, and this forest for the union government, central government, where in all states this kind of a forest are being available. We can see later on. Next, wildlife. And we move on to the wildlife, that means the animals. Explore Indians, national parks, Sundarbans, Gir forest, like that, where the different kinds of animals are there. Gir forest, especially where the tigers used to live, and divide the animal life, including the tigers, leopards. Leopards means kadivai puli, they used to say, and rhinoceros, birds, and river dolphins. And India's natural lovers discover some scenery, some centenaries in India, and sceneries, and living with the wildlife. India, 100 national parks in India. Has 100 national parks, covers 15,600 square miles of provided land in India, the wildlife. Now we move on to the topic of introduction. We are moving on. We drink more water during the summer because we feel thirsty. Sweating also will be coming down. We will be working, or we will be running and playing, or we will be by going outside and coming inside the house. We feel very thirsty. So we drink more water during summer. Now also I used to give one example. Now IPL is going on in the Arab and Dubai and Sharjah, three places. The matches have been started at 7:30 our time. But according to the Arab, the time is 6 p.m. So they are feeling very hot. The players who have been suffering a lot due to the water, they have been very tired. After playing the 3 overs, they become very tired and they have to drink plenty of water because due to the hot condition. So this is a very good example. Here in India, summer, and do not drink the same amount of water during the winter because it will be very chill. So we won't consume, even we go out, there will be a cool type of climate is prevailing. So we never, water is never needed. Why do we wear cotton or lighter clothes during summer season? Because very hot. Already India is a tropical type of climate, especially peninsular South India. We should wear the cotton and thin clothes. India is best suit for the cotton clothes only. Lighter clothes, not coat and suits. That is a warm temperature in the abroad. So they wear the coat, suits and ties. Why do we wear cotton or lighter clothes during summer season? That's a very good example. That's a hot season. Nearly 42 degrees will be going on. The Delhi is maybe the highest in India. And heavy woolen cloths during the cold weather season. October, November, December is a cold season. Nearly January, February. October and November and December is the northeast monsoon. And in especially the ends in December, January, February, and even some March, it may be the temperature will be very hot, cool. So we should wear the woolen coat. In North India, -0 degrees will be prevailing. But the peninsular India is a tropical, hot and cold will be there. Not beyond the winter season, 18 degrees, or only the hilly region like Kunnur, Nilgiris, Kodaikanal or Yerkad. In that area only 18 degrees or something, or 15 degrees or 10 degrees centigrade will be prevailing. But here, down the hills, in the winter season 18-15 degrees in South India. This is because of prevalence of varying weather condition. The weather is entirely different, though it's a winter season, but not as well as in North India. The South India is a tropical, and South India. If we go on to the, do you know, equal climate throughout India is also called as British climate, which is which is neither too hot nor too cold, warm type of temperature. It's also called British climate. Move on to the 2.1. The factors affecting the climate. Climate of India is affected by the factors of, already I said in the first line of the learning objective. Excuse me. Climate of India is affected by the factors of latitude, altitude, distance from sea, monsoon winds, relief feature, and jet stream. We are moving on to the topic of latitude. Latitude. What is a latitude? First of all, you should know. An imaginary line which is being drawn from east to west is called latitude. Though the earth rotates from west to east, but an imaginary line which is drawn from the east to west is called latitude. How many latitudes are there, sir? What is the other name for latitude, sir? Parallels. This parallel or latitude never touch, the lines never touch once again, it will be different. 114 kilometers is the difference between each latitude, or it also called parallels. There are 181 parallel lines including the equator. We divide the world into two halves. That is the latitude. It's been drawn from east to west. India lies between 8 degrees and 4 minutes north. See there very carefully. 8 degrees, 4 one comma is there. Someone may be thought that is 4 inches north. That's entirely wrong. Some of them are presenting, some teacher I heard that 8 degrees and 4 inches north. Even in the book, even in the net and all. But actually it 8 degrees and 4 minutes north and 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes. The Tropic of Cancer is the parallel, one of the main parallel line. Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, Equator. The Tropic of Cancer divides the country into two halves. How the equator divides the world into two halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Like that here, the Tropic of Cancer divides the country into two halves. I'm going to give one important information for you. Latitudes. Where, sir, all the important latitudes, in which continent, all the important latitudes are there? In Africa. If you go on through the map of Africa, you can see all the equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, all the four parallel lines, latitudes are moving on that continent. In India, only one tropic, one parallel line. In South America, three parallel lines, but that South America is divided into four halves: Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, and by Fiji Island, Magellan Strait, where Magellan started to prove the world is round in shape. That's a very important point. Don't forget, India is divided into two halves by Tropic of Cancer. That's the area located to the south of Tropic of Cancer experience high temperature. I already said below the Tropic of Cancer, especially the South India, have been experienced high temperature. But in the night, there will be a cool breeze. Why you know? Because three seas, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, near to the coastal lines, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. So only even in the summer, we are having a cool breeze because the breeze comes from the ocean, because it's near to the coast. But North India is no seas. During the summer season at night also the hot climatic condition. It's entirely different. I said that already. The climate is entirely different from region to region. And whereas areas to the north of this parallel, above the Tropic of Cancer, enjoys the subtropical climate. That means hot or cool type of climate. Both the climate they are enjoying in subtropical climate. Altitude. We move on to the altitude. What is by the altitude? Altitude means high. Right from the lower area to the higher area is called the altitude. We move on to this. The temperature decreases as you go. See the mountaineers climbing the mountain. Even if you are going to Tirupati, you will feel a different type of climate down. The temperature may be down, may be high. As you go up, you will be feeling very cool. Especially the mountain areas. Especially the mountaineers who are climbing the Himalayas or Mount Everest or Kanchenjunga, whatever mountain, they have oxygen above 600 meters. In some mountain above 1000 meters. Temperature decreases at the rate of 6.5 degree centigrade for every 1000 meters. 1000 meters, the centigrade decreases 6.5 degrees centigrade decreases for every 1000. If you go first 1000, for example 30 degrees centigrade, You go above 2000, you may be less 6.5 degrees centigrade. It may be nearly only 23.5 degree centigrade. Hence, places in the mountain are cooler than the places on the plains. Ooty, several other hill stations of South India and of the Himalayan ranges like Mussoorie, Shimla, Darjeeling, etc. are much cooler than the places located on the Great Plains. Thank you very much today. We enter the topic of altitude. Again we can see on Thursday, Friday, distance from the sea, monsoon winds, relief and jet streams. Again after the recap, again. Prepare for the first lesson geography test. First lesson. Today I will send the homework by taking the answer right from the textbook. So you can easily identify, and map will be coming for 5 marks. I will also send the map today. So go through the map the following, choose and brief. Thank you very much.